Assalamu alaikum. How is everybody? So as I promised last time, I am coming with more details about the top researchers in Pakistan business faculty. And what I did was, with the help of my research associate Muhammad Alam, the PhD scholar, that we have collected data, what we call as objective and subjective measures, and we try to compile the list. And this is a list based on a sample of 15 business schools, which were selected because there's a list of top business schools by HEC based on 2015 data published in 2016. Then we add alums and university because that's in the QS world ranking, I think ranked 219. And then we have Air University because when we are doing research, this is part of our bigger research. We also thought that we should look inside, and another reason was if we don't use Air University, then how can I, come into this list? so, so which means that we have missed a lot of researchers who are performing greatly while sitting in other business schools, and I would like to invite them to send their research profiles. And what I will do is I will just expand this list. I have no intention of keeping it to 15 best researchers. I would like to expand it so that a pool of researchers can be created, because this 15 means this means that everybody from every sub-discipline of business is in this list, right? And when we make discipline specific list, then we will be able to identify more potential researchers in Pakistan. So as I was telling you, that we have used multiple variables, like total number of publication in SSCI, total impact factor, total number of publication in Scopus, total site score by Scopus, G index, H index, and total Google Scholar citations, right? And the one issue that we face about ranking was that which of these variables should be our reference variable to rank, and we choose SSCI index, just because I don't want to waste your time. So just I don't want to go into detail why I'm not using Google Scholar citations, or why I'm not using total impact factor. They all can be used. If you want to choose them and rank, most welcome. In my opinion, by looking at the numbers and the data, the people who are in this list are most likely to survive, no matter which of the variable you are going to use. Sorry. So that's the point. Based on this, then I just want to share with you that the number one researcher in Pakistan today is Professor Jawad Sayyid of LUMS. He got 126 publications, out of which 32 are social science citation index. He got a total impact factor of 54.30. Right? He has 55 publications in Scopus indexed, and his total site score in Scopus is 77, H index 21, G index 39, and Google citations 1584. Then we have Dr. Sayyid Ali Raza. He deals with research in the area of economics, and he is sitting at ICRA Karachi and assistant professor, and he got 19 publication in social science citation index out of total of 47. He got 39 in Scopus as well, got a site score of 56.49, H index 14, G index 21, and 517 citations. So great job. Then we again have Professor Arif Nazir Butt from LUMS. He's at the number 3 position with 26 total publication, 13 social science citation index, and 28 0.77 is total impact factor. 20 of his publications are in Scopus, 29.93 are is his site score, H index 9, G index 23, citation Google 531. Then we have me, Muhammad Mohsin, professor of marketing at Air University. I got 30 publications, 11 are SSCI. I have an impact factor total of 11.25. I have total score plus 28, total site score 41.05, H index 12, G index 26, and citation 706. Then we have Shehzad Kausar, she is assistant professor at ComStat Islamabad. Then we have Farhad Zulfikar, again he is Dr. Farhad is at ComStat Islamabad. Then we have Mohammed Kashif, my friend and my ex-colleague at Gift University. Then we have Dr. Rizwana Kausar from UCP, and then we have Khalid Ahmed from IB. I am going through quickly. I'm not giving you the numbers, but anybody can request me and I can send these files. I probably like to upload them as soon as possible. Then we have Abbas. And then we have again from LUMS Dr. Saad Azmat with 7 SCCI index 11.12, impact factor 11 in Scopus, 120 citation, H index 6, right? And then we have Dr. Yasir, he is in supply chain from ComStat Islamabad. Then we have Professor Jawad Ghani, he is a professor at KSPL and he got 6 publication in SCCI and his impact factor is 16.09. He got 13 in Scopus, his total site score is 24, H index is 10, G index is 21, and he has actually the highest Google citations in Pakistan, 1,823 citations. Then we have Syed On Rizvi, again from LUMS, and he got 6 and an impact factor of 9.46, and a Scopus, in Scopus he got 15 and a site score of 29.86. And then we have Dr. Amna Yusuf, she is in HR, she is from ComStat Islamabad with 6 publication in SCCI index and an impact factor of 9.30. And the total site score of 13.12, 6 each index, 10 G index, and 105 citation. So this was the objective criteria that I used, and then I used the subjective criteria as well. So what I call as subjective criteria is basically the weighted index of a researcher publication in ABS list or ABDC list. Again, considering the shortage of time, I don't want to go into the details why ABS and ABDC list, but people know that why I'm choosing these lists. You can also search for it. And I use the weighted index so that because there are grading systems like ABS grade 4 star, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ABDC A star, A, B, and C. So I give weights like 1, 0.80, 0.60, 0.40, and 0.20 for ABS, and for ABDC because there are 4, so 1.75, 0.50, and 0.25. So based on that, right, we have another list that I call as subjective criteria. So what happens that there are 5 researchers in the objective criteria that won't be now in the subjective criteria list. It doesn't mean that they are no good. It just help people, probably is going to help people to understand to use multiple criteria when they want to identify the talent or research talent in Pakistan. So again, based on using the ABS weighted index, although we can use again ABDC weighted index, the people will remain almost same. There will be some changes. If you prefer ABDC, some people will perform better in the list. If you prefer ABS, other people will prefer. And then you can have separate discussion which one is the more tougher, because the other might, hey, what about financial time, or what about housing? So there are so many ways, right? This is a practice of identifying good researchers. So again, based on this, so we have again Professor Jawad Sayyid top, and again Sayyid Ali Raza is the second one. So some indication that even both the criteria can work as well. At third position again it's me, and with a weighted index of 5.80. Sayyid Ali Raza, Dr. Sayyid Ali Raza has a weighted index of ABS 6.60, and Professor Jawad Sayyid as usual has a weighted index of 18, right? So you can see the huge drop from Jawad Sayyid to the next person, because so we need to look at the weighted index of next person in terms of considering other people rather than the Dr. Jawad Sayyid as a reference point, right? Kashif from Gift University 5.40. Saad Azmat, Dr. Saad Azmat is from LUMS 5.40. On Rizvi from LUMS 5. Professor Arif Nazir, honors review 4.60, and Professor Arif Butt 4.40. Professor Irfan Butt is also at, I think, Lakehead University in Canada. So I'm not sure where he is, but he got a weighted index of 3.40. So he was not in the list previously when we were using the objective criteria. Now he is in the list. Then Amna Yusuf, she is in both lists with a weighted index of 3.0. Mohammad Abbas again in both lists with the weighted index of 2.80. Professor Jawad Ghani at KSBL again in the both lists, and here he also got 2.80 and weighted index. And then we have Dr. Sadia Nadeem. She was not in this previous list, but now she is in this list, and that's why what I was telling again and again, that we should have a broader criteria, otherwise you will miss very good researchers in Pakistan. So she has a weighted index of ABS around 2.80. I would like to mention that Professor Arif Nazir Butt and Irfan Butt and Sadia Nadeem, these are the three people who have at least 2 publications in grade 4 ABS, so they are exceptionally top researchers. Then we have Professor Abid Aman Burki. He is economist with a weighted index of 2.60, and Mustafa Razik, Dr. Mustafa Razik, professor, he is having a 2.60 from ComSet. And then from IM Sciences we have Dr. Taullah Shah, and he got a weighted index of 2.60. So even if we combine those lists, we will get around 20 people, top 20 people in Pakistani business schools. And so what we need is to expand this pool, identify more good researchers, make them a community, and use them to mentor the other researchers in Pakistan. Hope you will like it. If you like it, please share it, right? I will be thankful. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज़.